Lesson 11. Product Photography, Advertising Photography. Professional product photography is the commercial form of still life photography. Creating high-quality product photos is nothing simple. Learning how to style products, set up lighting, and composite different exposures takes time and, of course, a lot of practice. Let's take it step by step, starting by creating clean product images. One main form of product photography is product-only imagery, shot straight on, commonly used for product listings in online shops like Amazon or Etsy. These photos are usually taken with a simple white background to limit distractions. Product-only images capture the details of the subject, such as size, silhouette, and color. These specifics help consumers find exactly what they're looking for when shopping online. Before diving into your product shots, make sure you connect with your client and find out exactly what they're looking for. Are there specific angles of the product they need to get? Does the label need to be visible in every shot? Planning makes perfect, so gather the info you need before setting up your photo shoot. Well, a photo is nothing if you don't get the right equipment. So, for strict product shots, I almost always use my 50mm lens with my DSLR camera, notes product and food photographer Sarah Egison. She continues by saying, I'll also bring a 20mm for wider angle shots and a macro lens in case there are small details I need to capture. Having a variety of lenses on hand ensures you can adapt to the challenges of a shoot. With stationary product photos, never use the autofocus function on your camera. If your subject's not moving, there's no reason to use autofocus. Place your camera on a tripod and use manual focus, explains professional photographer Jason Damonas. Also make sure that you use a shutter release cable so you don't unintentionally move the camera while taking a photo. If you're taking multiple exposures from the same angle to composite later, this step can save your time. Styling your product. As a product photographer, it's your responsibility to make the product look the best it possibly can. Damonas says, I always have my cleaning kit with some glass cleaner scissors and goof off to remove labels, fingerprints and dust. I make the product look as beautiful as possible in camera, which saves me a lot of time in post-production. If a speck of dust gets on the product and it's visible in every photo, that translates into a significant amount of time editing every image. If you're photographing clothing or fabrics, make sure that you iron unwanted wrinkles. Setting up your shot. After your product is looking pristine, set up the rest of your shot. Create high-quality images by shooting on a solid background like white or black fabric or paper. The product needs to shine in these photos, so keep the background simple and clean to limit distractions. Consider using a softbox for product photography lighting. These light modifiers create soft, diffused light that reduces harsh shadows. Since you want viewers to be able to read the labels and take in the details, your lighting setup for product-only photos should be straightforward with everything well lit. Consider using light tents and artificial light too. Light tents are wireframe cubes covered in thin white fabric. They create a soft, diffused atmosphere inside that's perfect for evenly lighting small objects. With product-only photos, I don't recommend using natural light because it can change so quickly, explains Saxon. You're usually taking multiple shots from different angles, and if you're using light from a window, when it gets cloudy, you're suddenly shooting in a totally different light. Since natural lighting is changeable and difficult to replicate, photo studio lighting is often better for successful product photography. After all, you may need to take more photos if new versions of the products are released. Shooting your products. For some subjects, you'll need to take multiple exposures of the same shot to capture different details or parts of the product in the best possible light. Damonas says that I'll take anywhere from 3 to 10 different captures and composite them into one shot. Be sure you have strobes, reflectors, or other light sources on hand in case you need to switch up your lighting. If you have a small subject or are shooting with a shallow depth of field, you may also need to use focus stacking to ensure every part of the subject is in focus. editing your product photos. When it comes to editing photos, every photographer has their preferences. Accent, for example, says, I always start editing by first adjusting any brightness and exposure issues. I'll then adjust the white balance, make sure the colors are just right, and then I'll edit the contrast, highlights, and shadows. Developing stunning lifestyle shots. Lifestyle photos give customers a better idea of how to use a product. They help them to visualize it in their daily lives. While different from product-only images, many of the same rules apply for lifestyle photos. Setting up your lifestyle shoot. With lifestyle photos, you'll probably work with models to help illustrate the product in use. Accent explains, while models are a big part of the shoot, they are not the focus of the photo. They're just supporting characters and the product is the star. You don't need to show the model's face in every photo. So take close-ups of your product in someone's hand and try different poses to keep it looking natural. Make a shot list to ensure that you get everything you need out of the shoot. Take a wide variety of shots, and after you've finished your shot list, allow yourself to experiment a bit. This is your opportunity to be more artistic and imaginative with your product photography. Sometimes unplanned photos are the best of the shoot. While natural light isn't great for product-only photos, it's often perfect for lifestyle photos. It can evenly and naturally light your scene without much effort on your part. But Accent notes, but be careful shooting in direct sun, since it can create harsh shadows, especially if your product is reflective or shiny. If it's a particularly bright day, try shooting in the shade and use reflectors to bounce natural light into your shot. Enjoy the process, experiment, set up your scene.